I-Shana embraces her social media status given to her by Foota Hype.
Now watch me Facebook nor Instagram live.
Agent Sasco featured heavily in the story of the 58th Grammy Awards due to a major collab.
I saw them treat me like a slave, call me black.
Agent will be here to talk to us about what the Grammys has done for him so far.
Mr. Sacalances.
The dancehall Duchess takes world boss from behind bars.
My girl, me a pre.
Wow. Reggae Month 2016 is a major success. Dennis Howard discusses one of the winning factors. Paradise Lost gets guidance. All coming up right here on stage, plus this week's E-News reviews and more. Welcome to the show, everyone. I am Winford Williams. We'll be right back.
Reaching more and more screens around the world every week. On stage, so much more than entertainment.
Welcome back, and now, the stories making our E-News and reviews this week.
My dream.
2016 is already shaping up to be the best year in Nesbeth's career. His single My Dream, easily the biggest track released by a Jamaican in the space in the last 6 months. Bookings and interest in the artist are tremendous. But unfortunately, 2016 will also go down as a very dark year for the artist. His girlfriend of over 10 years turned wife and mother to 2 of his children, Anne-Marie Elliott, succumbed to a long battle with illness on Wednesday evening at the University Hospital in Newark, New Jersey. Rumor has it that Anne-Marie died of cancer, but the Nesbeth team has not confirmed that as the cause of death. The Onstage family wishes to send our deepest condolences to Nesbeth and everyone affected by his wife's passing. The 58th staging of the Grammy Awards took place on Monday night, and Remy Martin, in conjunction with Digicel and Audi, held for the first time a Grammy viewing party at Crew in Kingston for specially invited guests.
It's one step closer to the Grammys. It feels exclusive and exotic and elegant and graceful, just like the Grammys.
2 of the biggest stories coming out of the Grammys for Jamaica are Morgan Heritage copying their first Grammy Award and a very powerful performance by 5-time Grammy winner that night, rapper Kendrick Lamar, in which Agent Sasco's verse on a track called Blacker the Berry rang out. We sought reactions on these stories.
Quite a few years, and we've been seeing the Grammy go to some people really don't know. And I mean, say definitely feel good for know say it's somebody from home who can, definitely see on a daily basis.
Well deserved, well done, Congrats to Morgan Heritage all day, every day, understand? Well deserved. Great album, great artists, great people. You understand? I'm a family them, and well deserved. Them put in the work. They're established and known out there, and it's a good vibe. Great, I feel proud.
I'm a huge Adele fan, but Kendrick's performance sealed it.
When Agent Sasco's part in that song came on, like the whole place just erupted. It's almost like Jamaica was there, and I really like the vibe that Remy Martin bringing to it. It's exclusive. Vibe is nice. You feel like you're actually at the Grammys.
Definitely, I think that's the highlight of the night for me so far. Definitely give me chills when me hear Sasco voice in the background. I say, yo, it's only a pity him couldn't be on the stage same time.
Big up Sasco. Yeah. And them things I talk about. You understand the artists that are out here making, great steps and breaking down borders and barriers and, waving the flag out there. So that within itself is a good move, a good look for Kendrick and Sasco also.
Friday, January 12th.
It's officially Carnival season in Jamaica, and the biggest gathering of any massive happens here every Friday at the Newman Camp for Bacchanal Fridays. And as you can see behind me, the energy is live.
The usual filled to capacity venue for opening night of the Bacchanal season under the theme Legacy.
For the last 16 years, Bacchanal Jamaica has really built a legacy and a following in Jamaica,
Trinidad had Amber Rose and Black China, but watch all the celebrities that are going to fly to Jamaica for this carnival right here in the 876.
because nobody does it better. Nobody.
The layout at the venue visibly different, in accordance with a plan to give soca lovers a new experience for 2016 and beyond.
This year we have brand new, never before seen themes. We have a beach cooler fete, we have a masquerade ball, 2 for 1, and a lot of surprises in store for the revelers.
I can't wait for Road March on April 3rd to be in my costume. I'm going to be in costume this year, people.
For DJ Richie Rass, who has been a part of the bacchanal flock of DJs for years, he hopes for more integration.
I want to see more local music in our whole carnival display. Right? It doesn't have to be dancer, but soca productions locally, or even the same commercially friendly dancehall.
Speaking of integration in soca, among some of the big tracks for the 2016 soca season, Vybz Kartel has found himself in the mix with a fan favorite.
Everything shot, bend your back, bubble panda.
The World Boss is featured on a track with Bungie Garlin, which is a soca remix of Vybz Kartel's Bicycle Ride, which has gained hundreds of thousands of plays on YouTube since its release last month. In that same vein, a collaboration with Taros Riley and Michelle Montano called Memory is also big on the soca scene. And on the producers front, Kurt Riley's Jambian Rhythm produced a song called Non-Stop by Paternsky that made it to the finals of Soca Monarch.
Now, one of the products of Jamaica's Reggae Month celebrations is the Reggae Biz Workshop. Every Saturday in February, the Institute of Cultural Policy and Innovation, ICPI, stages the Reggae Biz Workshop, geared towards encouraging continued training among members of the creative community, music, film, book publishing, IP management, and artist management. One of the series principals is Reggae Doctor Dennis Howard. Dennis, sir, blessed love. So good to have you, sir.
Always great to be here.
This is the penultimate week.
Yes.
How is it? How would you sum it up?
A tremendous success. You know, the first one on February 6th was understanding management, getting it right, artist management, and there was a ton load of people at the conference room, you know, and it was about people from the establishment and also up-and-coming people. We had people from Nesbeth camp, Nature's camp, you know, trying to learn some more about the management process. So it was really wonderful. And last week, we did copyright, and it was not as big as the first week, but it was still big. Okay. And we really appreciate the people coming out and trying to learn as much as they can.
The dancehall people, players, have always been a problem, getting them out.
Yeah.
Did you get them out this time?
We got some out. We actually got some entertainers. Yes, we did.
Entertainers?
Yeah, I was surprised. Both weeks we had entertainers there from established dancehall groups and from up-and-coming dancehall group. I won't call the names, but they were there. And it's refreshing. It's changing, Winford, because one time you call a conference, whether it's free or it's expensive or cheap, nobody coming. Okay. But people are getting to the point that they understand their own survival and their own well-being depends on the kind of knowledge and expertise that they and their team have and are surrounded by. And they see the success of the people who have afforded themselves the education. And we're not talking about CXC and A-levels and a particular degree, but the education within the business itself.
So do you feel that the message is finally resonating? It's reaching the right people now?
I feel so, because we have been at this for so many years, and we have seen the waste of time, wasted efforts to try and get people to educate them. And they're not interested.
How do they access the workshop?
Basically, you just register. You call, register, the number is 906-4515.
No cost?
No cost.
What will be the topic in the last stage?
Well, this is a topic that was inspired by what took place at Sting.
Okay.
I noticed that a lot of the established acts were into this homophobic lyrics. And not only were they into the homophobic lyrics, but they were in some serious clashing lyrics that got really personal and almost bordered on hate. And so I said, listen, we need to deal with this issue. And I was wondering if it was a generational thing. Because for the last couple of years, I have not heard any kind of utterances like that from
recordings.
In recordings and on live show, with the exception of a few, and we won't call them names. But it was amazing that artist after artist that went up, you know, did it. And I'm saying, do these artists realize the implications, and have they seen the results of continuing this kind of lyrics and continuing this type of strife, you know, because we knew the consequences of the Beanie Bounty clashing and war. We know the Gully Gaza, that never ended well, you know, and thankfully the fence have been mended, but the financial losses that incurred because of that kind of behavior. We really need to understand that, and so we really need to
So you're talking about violence in general?
Yeah.
But in particular, hate...
lyrics and again, homophobic lyrics, because we know that homophobic lyrics will kill people's career.
Okay.
And we need to not censoring musicians, but understand how you go about it. And so the dialogue is to, you know, engage the fraternity in how you deal with these kind of things. We don't want censorship, but we need to know how to be sensitive to people, to be tolerant, to be understanding, because people's lives and lifestyles are not going anywhere soon. And if you want to live in this world, and if you want to exist with your feelings and your beliefs intact, I think you should, you know, be tolerant of other people.
Dennis, you're not gone yet. Just thank you for that. Thank you for that, because you're coming back. We want you to talk a little bit about Grammy later on in the show with Agent Sasco, who was featured heavily in last Monday's Grammy Awards presentation.
Yes.
So we'll be talking to you a little bit about that later on, Dennis. A major part of the Paradise Lost experience for the thousands of foreign nationals the event is expected to pull to Jamaica is homegrown Jamaican acts live, like Sean Paul, Busy Signal, Kes Namde, and a rising new artist who goes by the name Guidance. Guidance, right now, right here on stage with a new project. Guidance, sir.
Yes, sir.
Good to have you. Welcome.
Yes, sir.
All right, so we are describing you as a rising new artist.
Yeah.
Introduce yourself for us.
Well, Guidance is a promising and positive artist, you know. You know, we are taking it to the world from a true name. Love what you got next year now, go easy, you know?
Yes.
You know, but you know, we keep on doing the work and thing, you know?
Okay, so you've been in the business for how long?
Yeah, a good time now. The round I go and wall with lane and now walk out. Keep it positive and straight, same way, you know?
And you're from?
Portmore, you know? Born in a Majesty Garden still, you don't know. Grew up at Portmore.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so what have you achieved so far? What have you recorded? Can you tell us about your body of work so far? What do you have?
Okay. Well, we are I-Shana do a brand new single now, you know? And a couple more singles for Touch Road, like People Have Problem, All Life Matters, and a couple more singles for Jap, you know? Yeah.
So what is giving you a buzz right now? What is the song, the single song that you would say is your best work so far?
Well, People Have Problem, you know, every day. And another song named Around I'm a Girlfriend Yard I Do It.
Okay.
Yeah, you know?
So you, so can you tell us a little about what you will do at Paradise Lost?
Well, you don't know, we are going to go work with the people and show them the vibes of Guidance, and we're going to set it and make them see the real reggae music and reggae artists and reggae island, you know?
All right. And this new project that you're dropping, what is it called?
People Have Problem Every Day.
That's the name of it. People Have Problem Every Day.
Every
That's the
day.
title of the song.
Yeah.
And it's a new video and it's been seen for the first time, right?
First time on
All right, let's go to this back.
People have problem every day. Some say the system set them that way. People have problem in this world. So mama talk to your boy and your girl. People have problem every day. Some say the system set them that way. People have problem in this world. So mama talk to your boy and your girl. You never You never know until you see and believe. Your mind mash up, the heart grieve. When the boss man tell him to leave, it's like he traveling with the world on his shoulder. Him just awake when a bomb fi explode. But me I beg you to think it over before you eat the road and charge him murder. People have problem every day. Some say the system set them that way. People have problem in this world. So mama talk to your boy and your girl.
All right, people have problems every day, indeed. So that's it. That's your song, sir.
Yes.
So that's a video to match.
Yeah.
And when next we see you is at
Paradise Lost. The 12th. It starts from the 10th of March to the 12th.
Have you performed overseas before?
Yeah, man. Couple show where we gotta mash it up, you know. Even the last thing we go on. Yeah, you know. Come up on stage, everyone and say, well done, well done. Big man work, you get them over stage, you know. So yeah, man. We have the thing locked and it's just for the world, just say, all right, we're ready for guidance now.
Okay. Well, they just got a very good look at you in that video, and they're listening to you now. So I hope they give you you get the guidance.
Yes.
I hope them get the guidance.
Yeah, them get it, you know, you know.
All right, guidance. Thank you so much for coming through, sir.
Yeah, man. It's
All
a
right.
pleasure.
All right. So there you have him right here on stage. Guidance. Still to come. I-Shana embraces social media hotness. Agent Sasco discusses his big Grammy moment. Dancehall Duchess takes word boss from behind bars. All coming up right here on stage.
My girl, me a pre. Plus me no member about nobody.
Who wants some love?
Reaching more and more screens around the world every week. On stage, so much more than entertainment.
Welcome back. Our guest in this segment is one of the latest to make us wonder whether Vybz Kartel is really behind bars.
My girl, love it when you
The artist joins us right now with her latest video featuring, of course, a very lyrically potent Vybz Kartel. Tiana, we're talking about, and she's our guest in this segment.
Hi Winfred,
Tiana,
what's up?
So good to have you back.
Yeah man, thanks for having me. You know, it's been a while.
All right,
Yeah.
so you're in bed with Mr. World Boss.
I'm in bed.
In a song.
In a song. Well, I wouldn't put it that way, but I mean the song is out and it's called Think Bout Me. It's a new collaboration, and you trust me, it's a bad collaboration, the leading collaboration for male and female right now in dancehall music. It's Think Bout Me featuring Vybz Kartel.
All right. Stick a pin right there and just update us though. Since the last time we spoke, what happened in your career?
Well, I'm working hard. You know, Tiana, the dancehall Duchess, is always working. I'm always putting out singles. I'm always putting out videos. You know, I'm always working. Right? I just released, like a couple weeks ago, I released an EP online. It's called Straight Outta Jamaica, which has songs on it like Benso, Wicked Wine. The dance was done by Latanya Style. A counteraction, a refix called No Future Guaranteed, and also I have a song called Broad Out on the EP. It has been great. It has been amazing. You know, I have a niche market which is in Europe, and I've been doing a lot of shows there and also in the Caribbean. I recently did a show with Jay Capri. We both headlined a show which was a very big show, big club, mainstream.
Where?
And in Germany we did it in a city called Melle in Germany, and it was amazing. You know,
Just you and Jay?
Just me and Jay Capri in Europe. She's not here in flesh, you understand, but her music will live on, you understand, her beautiful music will live on. So big up to Jay Capri once more, and you know, R.I.P. Yeah.
And there was a feud with you and
a feud.
Slim, Gaza Slim. Vanessa Bling.
Well, I mean, like other artists in dancehall, there are some people that you just won't get along with. You know, I am always a supporter of female unity in dancehall music. I'm always chanting for female unity. But you know, me as a person, I don't like to deal with people who are disrespectful. And if you disrespect me and come at me, I'm gonna come at you twice as hard. So that's just
So you're still feuding?
Well, right now, it's all about me and music. I'm in no feud with any female artist in dancehall. But I said what I had to say, and that was it. Yeah.
So it's over. Yeah. Are you seeing eye to eye with Vanessa Bling?
Well, I have nothing against her, but I like people with respect. And if you don't have respect, I don't deal with you, period. You understand? That is one of the most important things. And one of the feud was stemmed from me doing a counteraction called Future Guaranteed. I did it, but somehow, as a public figure, people will formulate stories, and there was a lot of speculation raised about So
and Cranium was reportedly or supposedly her guy.
She said that?
No, I'm just saying that people thought that she was with him and you're with him and all kinds of...
Well, that's their business. If they are, that's their business.
You were with him? You were with Cranium?
No, I don't deal with male artists. I don't deal with artists, period. I don't get involved. No.
But now there's Kartel now.
Right.
No,
let's talk about
Gaza Slim, Vybz Kartel,
she's not important right now. Right now, it's all about the whole Gaza Nation, which involves, the whole fresh new talents like Slimmatic, PG-13, so it's all about the whole Gaza Nation right now. The new faces, right?
So it's Gaza Nation.
Right, Gaza Nation.
Okay, so she's not part of Gaza Nation, you're saying?
You would have to ask her that. But obviously everybody knows that she's no longer part of Gaza Nation. It's just about new faces, which is Tiana, Slimmatic, and the other faces in dancehall, PG-13 and all, yeah.
All right, so how did you get this collaboration done with Kartel?
Before the whole incident and everything, we always link, Kartel always link, and him always say, yo, Tiana, you understand? Him always, Outer Road is my manager, and they always have a link, shooting videos like from the West Pine medley videos and stuff. So we always had a link, and we always talk about doing a collaboration. And I did a demo, and years ago, and because of the whole incident, it wasn't released. So couple months ago, I got a demo from Donwell, and I did it in the studio, and the rest is history. We just create a number one. Yeah.
So number one, you're calling it?
Of course.
All right, let's take it right now on the back screen here.
What take some maga gal we cranny? Baby, how you touch the gal?
My girl, me a pre. Plus me no member about nobody.
Who want some love? You look up when me wind up. You have to send me a the better rider.
My girl, love it when you do.
Wow. You ever think about me?
Yeah. Kartel is incarcerated, but is still the leading male artist in dancehall music. I mean, you have to give Vybz Kartel his props because, he is a very talented male artist. Yeah.
That makes him look like him Outer Road. Pun intended.
Oh, yes.
This is an Outer Road project.
Right. And I have to big up Jamber Shem Empire. That's a label in Europe, Jamber Shem Empire. They shot the video, and the video was shot in Luxembourg, and some of the local scenes was shot by Outer Road, my manager, Outer Road.
So it's a number one song, you say?
Of course, it's a number one song. It's been, right now, it's mashing up the dances. The ladies are going crazy for this song in the dance in Jamaica, so I have to big up all the people in dancehall music who is supporting my tracks. Big up to all the selectors. Big up to the whole Uptown Mondays team. Big up to the Mojitos Mondays team. Cardo, Rooksy, all the people in dancehall music who is pushing Tiana to the forefront and supporting my music because it's going crazy right now. Right now, Cushy is mashing up.
This is the one that is going to give you the forefront breakout, is it?
Well, of course, yes.
This is your moment.
This is my moment.
So where do you go from here?
Right now, it's just all about the music. It's Tiana Dancehall Duchess. It's all about the music. I'm working with a new team who's based in Europe, Jamber Shem Empire and Beat Camp. They work with other artists such as Charlie Blacks, Kevin Little, and J Capri, R.I.P. And we are basically working closely. We have a tour coming up in April. It's mostly mainstream urban clubs in Europe. So it's 1 month tour in Europe. So I'm looking forward to that. that. After
mainstream
urban clubs, right, in Europe. Big clubs. And we're working on that. Also, when I come back, I'll be heading to America for some shows. So it's just all about the movement, all about the work, all about Gaza Nation, all about Outer Road. So it's just a whole package. Just look out for your girl, Tiana, because, you know, I'm going hard this year.
Dancehall Duchess, thank you so much for coming through and talking to us.
Yeah,
all the best with this project. And,
thank you. Thank you for having me.
We look forward to your frontline duties.
Thank you for having me, Winford.
Okay, it's great to have you. All right, and speaking of glamour girls in dancehall, I'm sure you're thinking of her as one of the glamour girls in dancehall, right? Well, another one is to come right here on stage, and we're talking about no other than I-Shana. She's coming up, and later, the assassin.
I saw them treat me like a slave, can be black. Oh, if you feel one heap of pain, can be black. I'm an I saw them put me in a chain, can be black.
Reaching more and more screens around the world every week. On stage, so much more than entertainment.
Welcome back, like a true champ. Our guest in this segment is using negative comments made about her to her advantage. 2 weeks ago, when asked about I-Shana's status in dancehall, ex-boyfriend Foota Hype said,
she's social media hot.
Social media hot?
Yeah, but she not really hot. Like, I don't like you can go every party here and play 2-3 I-Shana where I run the place. Okay. Yeah, she have a must play song.
Well, I-Shana has coined a song with the same name. Social media hot, and in it, many shots are fired, but not all are aimed at Foota Hype. I wonder who are the others.
Man, I look no blind nor support from no hypocrite like Nikki said.
I-Shana is here right now to answer. I-Shana.
What's up?
Shots are dropping like crazy. No, you know, all this time I thought you were like mainstream hot.
Yeah.
But Foota say you're just social media hot?
Well, his
disturb you?
I wouldn't say it disturbed me because to me, I don't think it's something negative. I think that's a plus. I mean, if you're an artist and you know social media hot, you need to find something else to do in my book. Because me being social media hot, I'm well sought after. I am getting bookings. You know what I mean? So it's not really stopping me from accomplishing what I need to accomplish. So I think that was a positive comment. But if you're closed-minded or if you're living in a box or if you're only thinking about, you know what I mean?
So why do you feel the need to respond?
I felt the need to respond because I feel like you shouldn't, I think at this stage, after like almost 2 years, you shouldn't be even commenting on I-Shana because when I do an interview, you can vouch for me, Winfred. Numerous of times you guys ask me about him and I always have no comment. And I mean, the world knows that he's still a bit bitter towards me. Everybody knows that. Everybody knows, say, him on a campaign against me. First of all, Foota only play once a week, a Limelight nightclub. That's all. He's not getting any bookings like that. So if you're gonna talk about me being social media, I think you need to try and be social media hot. He's always trying to bring down artists. Him try bring down Tammy Lee. Him try bring down Alkaline. Him try bring down Massacre. No, he's on Bounty Killer's case. And I just believe that he's a very negative person. And if every time you're in the media, it's always you trying to bring down somebody else, what does that say about you? What are you doing for dancehall? What you are doing for dancehall?
I don't think he's all that negative. I think he has very good things to say about a number of artists. And he wasn't even very negative about Killer.
I think that, yeah, he wasn't negative about Killer. I personally think that him and Killer, they know, they haven't been speaking for years. And I believe that if I'm not speaking to somebody, I am not going, you didn't ask him about Killer. He brought Killer's name up and he knows what he's doing when he was doing that. Because that's how he is. He's a very manipulative type of person. So he knows what he's doing. And then you're talking about Killer, you're not saying nothing positive about Killer.
He was focusing, let me tell you what it was. He was focusing on recordings, a song that is #1 or burning up the airwaves in the minute, this moment. But Killer, as an icon and a legend, in my view, is always relevant
he's always
and
relevant.
hot.
Yes, and he's always
Killer
hot.
is always bounty, warlord Killer.
That's what
so
it is.
Nobody can take that away. He doesn't need a song, in my view.
And he's not trying
to be hot.
To be hot either. He's not trying to be
hot is
in
not
the
good for
limelight.
Killer. Killer is legend. Legend can be hot. Legend and legend.
Yes.
It's like you're looking at Bob and saying Bob hot.
Yeah.
You know, so
irrelevant.
There's a lot to be said. So when he says that you're social media hot, yes, it's positive because you're burning down burning up social media.
Yes.
But he thinks that there's no one song right now that you have that is blazing up. That's on every dancehaller's playlist, because that's what we're talking about. Playlist, songs that you must play in the hot segment in our dance.
Okay, and how did he come to that conclusion?
I don't
And why
know.
is his
So I'm
opinion
saying-
even relevant?
I'm just setting the record straight, so now you can respond.
What I am thinking about is this. Foota plays one event a week. If you're going to Limelight nightclub to hear a I-Shana play, you're not going to hear it. Because Foota is a selector, and other selectors are his peers. So you're not going to expect, say, a certain event, you're going to hear I-Shana. I took myself out of his circle completely. You understand? So I-Shana is not one of them artists that we're going to sit out at one weddy every night or a Limelight every night, because that's his circle, and I know that's his playing field. You understand? So I have to take away myself, and I'm happy, I'm so blessed that I have the opportunity to communicate with my fans through social media, and I'm doing very, very well on that platform, and that is what I use to get my music out there.
So would you consider yourself hot right now?
Of course, I would.
Recording-wise?
Yes, I would consider myself hot. If I was not hot, the phones wouldn't be ringing.
Oh,
You understand? And you have artists that's out there every night, a sweat and a kill out themselves every night, and them not getting no bookings.
Yes.
Nobody's calling for them. You understand? And sometimes these selectors to them bias. Them play who are them friend, them play who them say a skin up them teeth every night, not a party with them. Well, guess what? If I saw I-Shana for hot, I-Shana no want.
So why you fire Nikki? My friend Nikki Z.
No, I never. All right. First of all, my statement about Nikki Z is, that was a very true statement on my behalf. And the reason why I put her name in the song, I feel like I'm not telling her who to be friends with, because everybody knows she and Foota are friends. But the worst thing for me is when a woman is a hypocrite. And when you're at a stage where, you have a platform where you can embrace another female, and the only thing you can do is try to bring down another female. That's when me get cross, angry, and very, very miserable. Because listen, as much as them say all kind of negative things about I-Shana, you see anything with them say about I-Shana, Nikki Z is 10 times worse than I-Shana. So right now, she should have there on stage with some pom-pom, and I say, yeah, go I-Shana. She for pick up for I-Shana, because she's 10 times worse. Anything at all, where them want to say about I-Shana, she's 10 times worse than I-Shana.
In terms of people cussing.
Anything them say about I-Shana, them all kind of things, but she's 10 times worse. She 10 times, she diamond that. So she for be my cheerleader. Don't use your platform. I'm not telling you who to be friends with. But she says she will still play your songs and things.
I
don't need Nikki Z to play. I said in the song she's a hypocrite. And if I want to say that, I can say that, because I have my reasons to know that she's a hypocrite. And what I'm saying to her in the statement is, listen, don't try to tear me down, and don't try to do it like you do it neatly, like you try, be a hypocrite. No, you don't have to heal me, and you don't have to play a next I-Shana. I care zero. The worst thing for me is a woman that's a hypocrite. You understand? If you're a goody two shoes and you're perfect, by all means, bring me down. But if you 10 times worse than I-Shana, who is you? Fair try, go on like you try. Don't do that. And then you're using your platform now to bring down me as another woman. You're a woman. Leave that to men. Leave that job to men.
Leave it to Foota?
Yeah, to the bitter people and the bitter man them. Leave it to them. You don't do that, especially when you're worse than I-Shana. You know what I mean? So that was my issue with Nikki.
All right.
Yes.
Well, I hope you can resolve that with Nikki.
No, I don't have anything to resolve. She wasn't like a BFF or anything like that. I say what I have to say, and if she feel bad about it, I feel her business.
So we're going to see a video on this song, this social media song?
Really and truly, this song wasn't something that we were even thinking about. I just had some stuff that I wanted to get off my chest, because at the end of the day, I'm just sick and tired of this man. The man coming like a leech in my skin, I'm sick. And listen, all of the dirty man them out there will know say, you and a woman left and you terrorize, you come like a pest in the woman them life, all because the woman should move on and she's now stronger. Foota, him no want I-Shana have an hit song. Him come in a social media come talk about him breathe life into breathe life into his career.
Maybe him still love you.
No, and really and truly, I don't want him love me.
No, but you can't tell people
the
who
less
to love
him
you.
love me, the better it is to me in life. Because when him there love me all these years, I suffer, me that suffer. So right now, I don't want him love me.
Love. You can't
right.
dictate who to love you.
Wish him well. But my thing is
you can reject the relationship, but he can still love you if he wants.
But my thing is, we all know that he's bitter towards me. This is not really love, This is somebody trying to tear me down because he no longer has any influence over me. You ever see a woman just left a man so in how much years Winford? And to be honest, I don't think about Foota. Over a year and a half, going on 2 years now, I don't even think about him. I don't dream. I don't miss him. And we share a child together. That says something. You understand? I just want to do me. You know, I don't care what him want to do. I'm going to try go in a film circle. I'm going to come on the media. And on my social media platform with all my fans, I don't go out there and I don't use it as a way to bash him in any sort of way. But he's always doing that to me for whatever reason. I don't know. But right now, more in Jamaica just join hands and we'll just have a word of prayer on stage for Foota. Just pray for him. Do me a big.
So we say you're overreacting because
no,
because you went as far as to make a song about
No, I made a song, yes, because I made my first song I made about the situation was in 2014. We're now in 2016. I don't think that he should be even mentioning my name, or as far as I see it. Okay. You understand what I'm saying? That's how I see it. So right now, I just want to put a stop to it. And another thing, I want all the women out there, if you're a mother out there or whatever, you have a son, I just want to hug up on a son, love on a son, cherish them, make them know say them love. Because listen, this is a part of the problem. When you grow up without love from your mother as a man, you grow up and pest and be a nuisance in a people girl pit in life. Because if him did get that love there, when did fear get when him a grow, he would have used to love. And because me now come make boys to say, boy is loved, you understand, and boy is important, me can't live my life in peace, me can't move on. Him coming like a thorn, him coming like a pest in my skin, and that has a lot to do with the fact that when you were growing up, you didn't get that love.
Hence why you should go easy on the guy, because if he found love in you and...
Yeah, but it's done. And if you are doing what you were supposed to be doing, you wouldn't have lost. When you love something, you take care of it and you cherish it, right? You don't destroy it. So we done half of the page, Winfred, I don't know where I try patch or nothing like that. I just try make the woman them know say, treat on the son the right way. To avoid all of that generation curse where I go on. So anyway, I have other singles. I have Abe, that's doing very well. I have Ooh La La. And he's not talking about that. That's a must play because I speak for the women. You understand? I have this single called Schoolgirl, where right now I think that's a very positive message and it's talking about, you know, education, because that's how I-Shana feel. I sing about the stuff them that I really believe in. You understand?
How is education doing?
It's doing well. I'm just saying, I try to encourage the little girl them to listen, stay in school, get
are they
education.
Are they listening?
Them are listening because
it's
going on very, very well. Very, very well. If the views on YouTube, I don't do a video for it as yet, but all of that is coming soon. But the feedback from the song is doing very, very well.
Nice.
Yes.
Then that's good news. That means that they're listening to some good message.
Positive message. I just try to sing when me feel like, say, other women are not singing. I'm not going to sing the everyday topics. You understand? I have all type of songs. I have raunchy songs, I have good songs. But you have some people who just choose to say the negative all the time and just try and pick out. They don't look at the bigger picture sometimes. You understand? And really, I don't care. I'm not here to please them. Me all right with my fans them. On social media, I'm all right with them. Me all right with
Don't forget to say that you're on stage hot, always.
I'm on stage hot, everywhere hot. I'm just hot.
Okay. So hot is hot. And she's on stage hot anytime. Thank you so much for coming and talking to us.
Thank you for having me.
And all the best. And continue to inspire young ladies.
Yeah.
And continue to speak to mothers about their sons.
Yes.
And to give them love. Those are good messages. All right, stay with us right here on stage. Still to come, we're going to be talking to the assassin. And it's about Grammy. Grammy, and more Grammy.
I saw them treat like a slave, can be black. Boy, we feel one heap of pain, can be black. I'm an I said them put me in a chain, can be black. I'm a now.
Reaching more and more screens around the world every week. On stage. So much more than entertainment.
Welcome back. As reported in a previous segment, Kendrick Lamar is one of the biggest stories of the 58th Grammy Awards.
Grammy goes to Pimp a Butterfly, Kendrick Lamar.
This as he walked away with the most wins of the night and gave one of, if not the best performance of the night.
Emancipation of a real nigga.
A performance that is declared one of the most controversial in the awards history. And like so many other big things that happened in the world, a Jamaican is somewhere in the mix.
I saw them treat like a slave, can be black.
The Jamaican we're talking about in this particular mix is the man who is known by many as Agent Sasco, but otherwise known as the assassin in dancehall. Right now, right here on our stage, Sasco.
Yeah, man.
Blessed
Respect.
love, sir.
Yeah, man.
All right, so what went through your mind in that moment when Lamar was on the stage burning down the Grammy?
Well, here's the wickedest thing. I never saw it live, so my phone started burning up, and I answered the phone. You need to watch. You're watching the Grammys. I said I couldn't find it because I get a new cable provider. Long story. Anyway,
Yes.
I remember the first time I heard my song play up on the radio in a Kendrick, I think I was outside cleaning a pair of shoes. I almost beat down the boardhouse because excitement. Yeah, so maybe because I never knew he would perform the song or nothing, so you don't know.
Yes.
So it's a good thing, so I see it after the fact. So.
All right. Okay. So how did it come about?
After the Kanye West feature, of course, your profile lift a little bit now, and people have their ears out.
That lift your profile.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
So when the producer for the record, Boy Wonder, was looking for some Jamaican flavor, them say, he was talking to Carnival official, who is also another, of course, big rapper. I have a few collaborations with Carnival as well, and Carnival is like, yo, Assassin, I think, you could do something with this. So, of course, if somebody goes, who's that? Then you can say, yo, he was on that Kanye record.
Yes,
so immediately, your resume, start look a little better. So them sent the track and sent like a demo vibe in terms of what the song would be about. Because with the Kanye track, I was flying blind. I just saw that track and just did something, and then they selected it and put it in that work. But for this, I knew, I guess what the direction of the song would be, and so I did something to that, and them love it, and yeah.
And when you look now and how it was executed on the Grammy Awards, and where your last line, repeat that line for me.
The verse, I said them treat you like a slave, cause we black. Oh, we feel only pain, cause we black. Oh, them I said them put we in a chain, cause we black. And watch ya now, we gold chain full of rocks. And see the whip, left scarp and we back. But now we have a big whip park on the block. Oh, them I say we doomed from the start, cause we black. But remember this, every race start from the block. Yeah, yeah.
and an explosion went off.
It was set up. It was set up in a way that like a real presentation. So it wasn't like background music or something. They really every race start from the block. So it's black and of course the blocks.
Yes.
So you know the thing.
Yeah. All right. So what has it done for you, sir? What kind of so far? In terms of impact on your career.
Of course, the Grammy Awards is one of the premier stages in music, and to be featured any at all in that space at that prime time, because it's not like warm-up segment or anything like this. Is Kendrick Lamar, the performance is as you say, one of the main talking points for the night and things. So being involved in that clearly will have some benefit, and a huge benefit rather.
I think so.
And of course, the truth of the matter is, how I always view my music and my culture is that when I represent myself, I'm representing my music first. So dancehall and Jamaican culture being featured in that space at that time is huge for everything that's happening here. So it's not a win for me. It's a win for my culture, and that's what is most important to me. And even the tweets and whatever that followed the moment had that texture to it. Like I feel so proud as a Jamaican to have that in there. So that's where I think the biggest impact is, and that's what resonates with me from the whole.
And you're ready to exploit any opportunity that comes up as a result of this, because there's a new project, an album.
Yeah, so I mean, timing-wise, if I hear about the stars aligning, yeah, I mean, this is Monday night, and then you have an album releasing in less than a week. The timing is incredible, and so far I've already seen where just having that feature in that moment has already played into what we're trying to do with the theory of reggaetivity.
Yes. And we've spoken about that before.
Yeah.
So sum up the album for me, though. I know
so the album, is a full reggae album. Of course, people who are familiar with my work, primarily, the majority of my work is dancehall, and so, doing a reggae project, I felt like I needed to give it its own space, so that's why it's a full reggae album.
Yes.
And we went about the project just with the utmost sincerity and respect for the genre in mind. And one of the primary things about the theory of reggaetivity is just examining, what is reggae really? What makes reggae music? And with the conversations going on, or the controversies rather, over the last couple of weeks about, the branding of the music and what is tropical house versus dancehall versus reggae.
Album,
you know what I mean?
This, yes.
So this album was saying, then what are the birthmarks or the distinguishing characteristics of our music? What make a reggae song versus a whatever song? Yes. You know what I mean? Where reggae come from, when it born, when did it change from whatever it was before to reggae music? So all of that is what we examined in the project, and then just going through the different textures of reggae. So you have the ska vibes, and then you have the more traditional one drop, then you have the gangish sounding, So we explored all of that, and then you have the new flavor reggae to kind of have a little mix up or some other things involved. So we explored all of that.
And Sasco, what would be great is that this wins at least a nomination next year for the said Grammys.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be great?
That would be fantastic, and the greatest thing is to do music from a place where you're not tied to any outcomes. And, we did this project, like I said, just sincerely about, with the music as the motivation. And so, whatever comes, we give thanks. And, that's just it. So, big respect to everybody who contributed to the project, definitely. All the musicians, all the, the artists, we say enough respect to them, the producers.
Well, we're keeping our fingers crossed. And what I want to do now, and it's a good way to segue into a little segment that we can talk about how Jamaicans, reggae lovers worldwide can help the process.
Yeah, for sure.
To get this song, this album, this record, this project nominated next year. Yeah. Because we've been fooling around, reggae that is, the reggae, the players in reggae have been fooling around for too long and not exploiting the opportunities that the Grammy Awards present. And so many of us, don't answer it, because we're going to bring in Dr. Dennis Howard to help us in this conversation. So don't answer it. So this is what we're going to do right now. But in the meantime, I'm going to go to a little piece of your reggae,
reggaetivity.
Reggaetivity. We're going to go to a little piece of the reggaetivity, and then after that, we're going to come back with Dr. Howard to have a discussion about registering to participate in deciding which album, whose album, what albums are nominated for the Grammy Awards, the Reggae Grammy. All right, so just a taste of reggaetivity from the Assassin. And now we're joined by Dr. Howard to discuss how we can help reggae at the Grammys. So gentlemen, are you a member of NARAS?
Not yet.
Are you, Dennis?
I'm not.
You're not a voting member?
No,
okay,
I'm not a member.
Let's start with you, because I know you have creative credentials.
Yeah, I made initiatives to do it at one point. And by the way, I'm a nominated producer from way back when in 1995, I believe.
Oh, congrats, sir.
Yeah.
Congrats.
Do it.
Yeah. So the thing is, the most important thing, Winford, is to realize that your song or your project must be released in the United States.
Okay.
So first and foremost.
Yeah, you said that the last time.
So even if you're here. Yeah. So even if you're not, even if you are a member of NARAS,
and you did not
and
release
your material is not released in the United States for the qualifying period.
Yes.
It don't make any sense,
okay,
because you can't make any impact.
Great point to remind us.
Yeah.
Great point, because we want to start the work right now.
Yeah.
So this is why I want to get the attention of everyone listening, especially people who are involved in the creative process in the music, the supporting services, and the direct music people, like the Assassins and the producers and so on. So let's talk about NARAS. And what is NARAS?
It's the National Association of Recording.
Or Academy.
National Academy of Recording Arts and Science.
Right.
It's a peer organization.
And it's an American
organization comprising personnel from the music industry. Songwriters, producers, engineers, mastering engineer, mixing engineer, musicians, performers, anything that has to do with the music industry. Linear note writers, they can be members and all of that.
But not managers and so on, and executives. You have to have creative credentials, I'm told.
Yes.
All right, so those are the people we would like to speak to right now, because what is happening, in my understanding, is that the people who are voting for the who are nominating the reggae albums and are voting for winners, don't necessarily know anything about the music.
I'm not so sure, because there
might be one or two people, Dennis, but not enough.
Yeah, but that's a problem.
Yes.
Where's the pool?
The pool, and so let's talk about that. Why aren't we seeing more reggae players, music industry players? So many people are qualified.
Yes.
So many reggae players have the necessary credentials to be part of it. Why is there a problem? Is it that we don't know, or what?
No, it's ignorance, one, and lack of organization. We don't go out of our way to understand the music industry and how it works. And if you don't understand how the thing works, you can manipulate it and exploit it and make the kind of money that we can make.
Can I tell you? I think one of the most glaring things to me is that you have to be have creative credentials in order to qualify for this thing. Well, here's the thing, most creative people don't want to deal with that thing. I don't even like sending emails, you know what I mean? Because, you're busy creating or whatever. So in other words, it's not an excuse now, but it kind of goes hand in hand, as most creative people don't really want,
But
listen,
organize. If you're
a management team.
But yes, that's right.
So what I'm saying is, at the end of the day, that is still, I would believe that that's a feature.
Yeah.
If you are to be creative to qualify, and if naturally as a creative person, you're not the first to go and seek out these things, and now you can bring in the other side, but I think that is also a part of it.
That is the role that management must play.
Natural.
Right now the government is moving towards declaring reggae music an intangible cultural heritage. And it is important for us to recognize that, so that sometime down the line we don't forget where reggae came from, because it's possible.
Yes.
And part and parcel of that, as Sasco said, in terms of maintaining the integrity of the music, it's incumbent upon us to register with NARAS, and it's not a major issue for us to register, because a lot of us are signed to American labels and all of that. So you can sign through your label. A lot of us have American managers and booking agents and all of that. And so we must be the ones deciding which album is, we must be among the
those
people
who decide
which album is the greatest album, based on the fact that reggae comes from us, and that a lot of the reggae albums that are nominated are recorded right here in Jamaica. This issue of complaining about, we don't know that song and we don't know this album, and that album shouldn't win. And what about this album?
Excuses.
But that album that you were talking about was never released in America, so it won't get qualified.
That's why our popular artists are not part of it. That is the simple truth of it. The reason why you continue to complain, why we're not seeing more albums and more artists that we're familiar with, it's because they are not doing what Dennis has just said. You have not released your work in the US, and we do not join the RAS, and we do not have enough
and we don't
voters.
make albums like this man.
Yes, we don't make the kind of product too. So, but talk about that for me now. What does it take to? Because I'm sure people are excited now and want to join. I'm sure we're excited. We're excited. Some people.
No,
so,
I hope so,
Join?
definitely. Well, first of all, I think the website will have all the information.
Go to Grammy.com.
For sure.
Yeah.
And
but it's only $100 to join.
It's have the criteria. And the thing
just
is,
in case you're worrying about the cost, it's $100.
To be fair, JAMS, Jamaica Music Association, they had an initiative a couple of years back to increase the amount of Jamaicans who join Naras. So they might have a leg up on how you can join it.
This year wasn't bad, and we must congratulate now.
Yeah.
Of course. Heritage, Morgan Heritage.
Absolutely.
Yeah. We want to congratulate to Dennis.
Yeah, man.
Because it's your group. You brought them back to Jamaica from Europe. Yes,
you
he
never
did.
know.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, Dennis.
Dennis group, and they're now the Grammy Heritage.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
so congrats to them, and congrats to all the nominees as well.
For sure.
Gentlemen, it's a good discussion.
Yeah, man. No respect.
When I come back, we could discuss more about this.
Yeah.
Of course.
Sin. All right, there you have them right here on stage. Agent Sasco, and we're looking forward to you supporting him to the Grammys next year.
Yeah, man.
And Dr. Howard. And next week is your last week at
Yes. The Reggae Biz workshop.
Okay.
You'll be there too.
I'm so I understand.
The great Winford Williams will be there.
Winford will be there.
It will be Ram.
Okay, I hope so. Well, if I can Ram anyway, let me see what happens next week. All right, so there you have it right here on stage. Dennis Howard, Dr. Dennis Howard, and Agent Sasco in this segment, bringing us to the end of this episode. And thanking you for joining us. Do join us again next week for more on stage. Hi, thanks for watching our video. Hope you have enjoyed it. Please subscribe to our channel by clicking right here and enjoy so much more where that came from.
Like them can come make themselves know say, yo, our next king has rise. Okay. What you think I go on? A whole heap more king I go rise up.
So you're king among kings.
King among kings, and we respect to the kings before.